Rain had not stopped for 3 days, and already the soil was beginning to fail beneath what had just begun to grow. The farmer stood without speaking, knowing too much water now would undo the quiet work that winter had only just released. Only days before, the soil had been hard, unyielding, holding seeds in place as if winter had not yet released its grip. It was the rain that softened it, allowing life to begin, though no one ever trusted how long that balance would hold. Too little rain meant nothing would grow, but too much would take hold just as quickly and quietly beneath the soil. By the second day, the lower rows had already begun to sink, the water collecting where the ground could no longer carry it. Nothing above the surface showed the full damage, yet beneath, the roots were already losing what little hold they had. Those who had seen this before did not rush to act, knowing disturbance could destroy what little chance remained. There was no tool to fix rain, no way to pull water from soil once it had taken its place. Instead, they waited, watching the sky as much as the soil, knowing the outcome had already begun to decide itself. By the fourth morning, the rain had slowed, but the ground remained heavy, holding water where roots struggled quietly beneath the surface. The farmer stepped carefully between the rows, each footfall sinking slightly, feeling the ground give where it should have held firm. There was no sign yet of failure above, but experience had taught him that what was hidden mattered more than what could be seen. In places where water had lingered longest, the earth had begun to change, losing structure and turning against the roots it once held. Nearby, another plot had drained more easily, the ground holding just enough moisture to nourish without overwhelming what had begun. It was this difference, often only a few steps apart, that decided whether a harvest would come or quietly fail before summer. No one spoke of rain as good or bad, only of how it had fallen and whether it had stayed longer than it should. Some remembered years when rain had not come at all, when seeds had waited and failed beneath unbroken, hardened ground. Others remembered years when it had not stopped, when entire plots had been lost before roots could ever take hold. Between these extremes was the narrow path every season demanded, a balance that could never be fully controlled or predicted. The farmer moved slowly now, checking each row, not to fix what could not be changed, but to understand what remained. Where roots had held, there was still hope, though nothing would grow as strongly as it might have before the rain. Where they had failed, the ground remained silent, holding no sign of life despite what had been planted there. There was no clear line between success and failure, only small differences in soil, time, and the way rain had settled. By late afternoon, the clouds had begun to break, though the damage left behind could not be undone by light alone. The farmer did not rush to replant, knowing the ground must first release what it had taken before it could hold life again. To disturb it too soon would break what little structure remained, turning fragile ground into something that could not recover. Instead, he waited, as others had before him, allowing time and air to restore what rain had unsettled. In the days that followed, the soil began to change again, slowly firming where water had once held it down. Some plants recovered, though weaker, while others never rose again, leaving quiet gaps where growth had once been expected. No one spoke of loss with surprise, only with recognition, as this balance had always been part of the growing season. Rain was never trusted, only respected, for it followed no pattern that could be fully known or relied upon. It could return without warning or disappear too soon, leaving those who depended on it uncertain in every season. What mattered was not control, but understanding, watching closely, acting carefully, and knowing when to wait instead of intervene. Those who learned this endured, season after season, adapting not to the rain itself, but to what it left behind. Even now, April rain carries both life and loss. Subscribe to ancient ways to understand what still cannot be controlled.